Hey, Daniel Parsons, welcome to our global team in the iTeraCare device business through the iNetwork. We're all affiliates of what's known as Prife International. It's a very, very large and fast-growing device business. We do not say medical device because this way it's certified in the USA and other countries to be an in-home device business. And so I want to go ahead and get the call started with our people over in Europe. So if you have a testimony, please let me unmute Carl first there. I know you've got a couple. Okay, asked to unmute. I asked to unmute you, so let's see. Why is that not working? Asked to unmute. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to unmute all. Hang on a second.
And see what.
There, I hear you now.
How's that?
Yeah, good.
I got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's been a short while, really. It's only been about 3 weeks since I've had the iTeraCare, so it's the classic, and the opportunities that I was hoping to use it for haven't been. They haven't cropped up as yet. It's not been quite easy to get some people to embrace this sort of technology, I think. And unfortunately, one or two of the people that I think that may benefit from it are probably going to take a little while, and they're going to need a little bit more testimony, really, to make them feel confident enough to give it a try. But having said that, me and Carol, my wife, we've been using it ourselves. Carol's definitely felt benefits with her elbows. Joints really is where we've both felt the benefits. Carol mainly with her elbows. I'm not sure that there's anything else really that springs to mind. Oh, the stomach. I think it's just it's difficult to say. It's just like an overall feeling of well-being, really. Stomach complaints sometimes, you know, like I can get a bit of acid occasionally, and I've had none of that, you know. Difficult to say. I've got a toe that had a compound fracture, and it's taken the ache out of that. Possibly this time of year it gets a little bit easier anyway, you know, with the summertime, you know, it's usually in the colder months when I feel that. I have to beware because I've got plate and pins in my ankle of my left foot. So when I'm using the iTeraCare, I don't go below the knee. Well, I do go just below the knee and leave it at that, really, as far as that goes. But yeah, it's you know, it seems to me to be a good device, but you know, I need to use it more. And I've also started taking the fulvic minerals as well, and so of course it's adding another variable in the equation, so it's difficult to know exactly what to attribute the
testimonies from Europe and different places.
Oh, okay.
Kathy, I need you to mute, please. And Carl, as long as it's okay with your wife, you did mention her testimonial. Can you share the screen with her and let the people see her? And then that way,
I think she's even shyer than I am. To be quite honest, I don't do any social media. This is the first time that I've actually sort of.
Can we hear her voice? Because
Well,
I can
if I can bring her into the frame, Carol.
Yeah. And then while Carl's doing that, I'm gonna go off of speaker.
Need you to come and share a little bit of.
Yeah, we're have to be very careful. Hi, Carol. Yeah.
There we go. It's all right. We're back. Carol was here.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Due to laws, we have to be very strict about, you know, firsthand testimonials, and being able to see your face now, I won't have to cut out the part where Carl was sharing your testimonial. So what I'll do now is I will ask for you to raise your hand if you have a testimonial. And what is that it for now, Carl?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, thank you. And so what we're going to do now is if you've got a testimonial, please raise your hand. And I'm going to share with you about the water, because many questions come in about, can we charge the side of a glass container? And I just want to show you what we do. We found it'd be about 7.5 liter container. It's glass, has that spout right there. And to be able to lift it up and show you, I only put maybe about 3 liters in. And so what we do is I just lift the top there and see that's open. And this is distilled water. So I'm adding the minerals back in when I put some sea salt in. And then I just run the blower, and I have the clamp stand holding the neck up here where the power cord is. Right here, I have my clamp there, and then I can go do something for 5 to 7 minutes. And then you'll see your water bubbling over. And so just run it right straight down on the water. Okay, so I hope that helps people. So any more testimonials, please raise your hand. Appreciate that. And I'm gonna, for the water, a plastic bottle that you put in storage. Michelle in Quebec, Canada. And let me see here. Put in storage. After you charge in glass, yes, Michelle, you can put your charged water into a container. If you want to travel somewhere, go hiking or go shopping or whatever you're doing. And so while I'm waiting for other people to share their testimonials, let me set this back over here. And we do have a stockist now in the Netherlands. And so I believe I did share that we have the iTeraCare Classics in Europe are $4.99. That covers your customs duties. And then we also have a way for everyone that is in this business as a customer can engage, and they earn bonus redemption points for every single person. Michelle, I need you to mute, sir. Let's see. Let me mute Michelle. Please mute there. Okay. So you earn points known as bonus redemption wallet. And when you get enough points, 3,500, you can get one of these pro units free. It comes in a case that you can lock, and it has a very, very solid mold there. And so I've not had anybody say anything about any problems with their device arriving. And this is the Pro Blower, and it does have the cold setting, and people can use this for cosmetic applications. So if you've had a success story using the one, tell us. Yeah, Kathy is asking, water container available on Amazon? Yes. You can find all kinds of glass containers, Chris, on Amazon. So, and testimonial, Michelle, is people that have had their devices and they are experiencing results. And so anyone else ready for a testimonial, please raise your hand. And this is really powerful, because when you have a customer buy one of these pro devices, you earn 952 bonus redemption points, okay? And you can save up these points and redeem for new machines, and then you're free to do whatever you want. If you have a cousin, a brother, or a sister, and you want to give that as a gift to them, or if you have a close friend that you want to sell it to, you can do that also. And so I'm waiting on more people to share. Kathy, have you got a testimonial? Waiting on. Got
Right.
it.
My
Okay.
husband, my husband he's sitting right here. He can tell you about
Yeah,
some of
he'll
he's-
have to do it himself.
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay. Let me
Well,
go.
hello, I'm Glenn, and this is a great tool for arthritis. I was diagnosed with a lot of arthritis in my back and my lower back, and it's relieved all the pain. I use it every day. It's great.
Thank you for sharing that. And let's see, I've got a gentleman over in the Netherlands that he and his mom have had quite a few also. Let's see here. Please raise your hand if you have a testimonial. And okay. I'm gonna share. Okay, we've got Lori. I'm sorry, I just muted you. I just asked you to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi, Lori. Let me put you on speaker. There.
I can't hear very well.
Okay, we hear you.
Okay, I can ask my question.
Okay.
Is the doctor on?
I am not sure if he's here today. And there.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought the doctor was going to be on.
Okay.
Anyways, my joints are much better. My intestines are better with my diverticulitis, and I wand every other day. Unfortunately, I was going to ask the doctor what I could do about my hearing, and I don't know what happened. So, but I was hoping to ask the doctor that. So, but everything else is great. I mean, I'm losing weight and I feel I have pretty much good energy, except for right now, don't know what's going on with my head. I don't think it has anything to do with the wand. I just, summer cold or something, I don't know.
Okay.
But anyhow, drinking the water really helps.
Yes. Cap okay on the glass. Okay, thank you, Lori. And let's see here. I've had a couple of questions come in. How long does a charge last on the water? And when I first came in and got a machine from Adrian, my sponsor, I learned that Dr. Karen was saying anywhere from 12 hours to 2 days. So we go through 7.5 liters a day with our cooking, herbal teas. We fix our oatmeal and quinoa for breakfast with the water. We use our water for the soups. So if you have a testimonial, please raise your hand. I was hoping to see our gentleman and his mom from the Netherlands. And I did mention earlier that the Netherlands does have a Stockist now. And but sooner or later, we'll also get a Stockist in the United Kingdom. But for right now, if you need a machine in the United Kingdom, please contact your sponsor if it's not on my team. If you're on my team, have your sponsor contact me. Okay. So Richie, you've got a testimonial, please.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Aloha from Hawaii. I used to have leg discomfort, felt like circulation issues, but it was mainly due to a injury I had in high school. And on my right shin, I would constantly, every night, I thought it was restless leg syndrome. I seen several specialists about it, and I would have to continuously massage my shin muscle. You know, we couldn't figure out if it was shin splints or what it was, but I would take, you know, everything from various pain relief pills to I even went in and got shockwave therapy on it, and nothing seemed to fix it. Well, when I started using the blower last June is when I started, and after just, you know, constantly using it, slowly it started to, actually from the first use, it went away, but then it came back. But after continued use, now I haven't even been using it on that area. And it's the only thing that's helped me. I've tried everything from deep heat rubs to just everything and anything. And I can sleep better at night because it used to keep me up, every night, just constantly moving my legs and massaging my legs. And this has been the best thing that I've ever used for my situation, which is why I love the product so much.
Wow. Thank you for that, Richie. It's powerful. And I'm going to respect your privacy here, and I'm going to answer Vicky's question. And anyone else that's ready, please raise your hand. Vicky's asking, we earn 950 bonus points from a pro purchase. Can those points be used to purchase a classic? Yes, Vicky, this is your business. You can do what you want with your bonus points. And then the other chat question, and Lori says that 24 hours the water is holding to charge. Okay, so any other questions, please send them through the chat. Christine, do you have your hand up? Okay. Anyone else have a Richie, are you ready to share again? Okay. All right. So what we will do is I want to go over the basics of, for anybody that has never participated in an affiliate marketing business like this, the simplest thing to do is just use your device and notice the changes. But the most important part of your therapy is always to drink that warm charged water before you treat, and then after you treat yourself. And what my wife and I do, we have a small farm with a little bit of land, so we get dirty during the day. So we are out working, we get our shower in the evening. So we have some warm chamomile tea and then get our showers and then treat ourselves. And we don't take the warm water afterwards because obviously I don't want to get up and go to the bathroom 5 times in the night. But for those of you that maybe want to shower in the morning, go ahead and drink your warm water, grab your shower, and then treat yourself right after you shower. And then you can also drink the warm water after you treat yourself. And we find, my own personal experience, I'm close to 80 kilograms. So that 180 pounds, roughly 175. So you're supposed to drink half your ideal body weight in fluid ounces every day. So for me, that's around 90 fluid ounces, but I get more than that, which is okay, as long as you don't go too far to the extreme and get too hydrated. And so anyway, I notice right now, it only took me a couple of days when Adrian gave me this device back in January that I started noticing something. And I made a mistake in the beginning. I was charging my water in a plastic container, and one of the people in Indonesia said, no, charge it in glass. I started charging it in glass, and I could taste the difference, and I noticed the difference in my body. My energy level is just pretty incredible for 63. I got senior softball game tomorrow. Going to get out here and cut a whole bunch of grass with one of these electric push mowers, 2 acres. You get finished with one part in the front and you get to the back, and the back's, you get finished with one side and it's already grown back. You got to cut it again. So it's a constant battle, but I love it. My knee arthritis is way down. I gotta be objective. It's not totally gone, because it's better for people to hear what the real testimony is, because people can notice when you're being genuine and you're sincere and you're not hyping things. And that's the whole purpose here. Our team, what we want to do is continue the global expansion, help all the people that have contacts in Europe, sign up their contacts in the US, people that have contacts in the US that live in Europe. And so we'll be able to coordinate that. And then so anybody else with a testimony, and I haven't had a chance to speak with Reed. Richie wrote me, but if there's anything you want to share, Richie, that the team would be interested in, by all means, go ahead and share. I wasn't able to send that out yet. But if you don't want to, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to, hopefully I can respond to everything that I had wrote, but basically I just wrote that, you know, we've gone from a place of 8 to 10 weeks in back orders. And again, we've been shipping out products since last June without any problems whatsoever. We were shipping out same day or next day, which is why so many were happy with our quick fulfillment of these classic units. But what happened was, like everyone already probably knows, is in February through the holiday, the lunar holiday that they celebrate every year, there was a tremendous amount of backlog since they stopped taking orders from January 16th and didn't resume production until February 12th, which was about a month of downtime. And just during that time is when the USA really took off. So talk about just a massive amount of back orders. Well, what's happened recently, and it was on the news last week, is even companies like Apple are looking at moving production to places like Vietnam, et cetera. Why? Because they're having a hard time getting their products out as well. This is not something that's solely an iTeraCare issue. This is across the board with everyone trying to get shipments out of Hong Kong and China. So the good news is that we've gone from 8 to 10 weeks of a backlog down to 3 to 4 weeks now. So as long as we can stay on schedule, we should be able to get everyone's product out. I mentioned in my email that I got a surprise shipment last week. I know you had asked me if I got tracking, and I didn't get any tracking, but just so happened last week, coincidentally on my birthday, and I don't usually celebrate birthdays at my age now, but when I went to go pick up something else, lo and behold, there was a bunch of boxes there waiting for me. So I was very grateful and thankful for that. So if you ordered in April and you haven't gotten your order yet, it's probably in the process of being packed and shipped still, because there was just a tremendous amount of backlog, especially in March. It was the craziest month ever. But I mentioned in that email, Daniel, that if there's anyone who is still waiting, if you could still just please send me your DO number to the email iteratracking@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to look out for you. We do have pros in stock. On a pro, we can ship that out immediately. And everyone who's used the pro really likes the pro. If you love the classic, you'll love the pro even more. So anyway, just wanted to share where we're at with things, and hopefully we'll get back on track in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully with the next shipment, we'll even be ahead of things. So looking forward to that and getting back to where we were last year, where everyone was happy with all the stockists. Right now, it's been challenging.
Okay, thank you, Richie. And so a quick question from Shirley, and then one last chance for somebody to do a quick testimonial. Shirley is asking, is there any difference between using distilled water and reverse osmosis water? I feel that they both are very, very good for terahertz charged water, because I don't have reverse osmosis myself, but definitely, Shirley, use a reverse osmosis water and charge it the way that we're doing that. And you did hear from Richie that, all of you that are overseas in Europe, your stockists have inventory right now, and people are getting their devices in 1 week, classics, okay? For those of you in USA, you just heard Richie, he's going to get to where it's a 3 to 4 week process. And so one last thing, John, do you have a testimony?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yes. I kind of do. I'm new to the business. Got into, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I got in back in May. I had to go out of town. I'm a truck driver. I have my personal truck and I drive panel van. So this morning, it was very strange. I got up, I hadn't got a chance to use the unit, but I had a problem. I've been diagnosed with several things: prostate cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, just to name a few. Well, I got up and I went to the bathroom, and number one, and I see blood, and the blood was dripping like one drip every second. And so I'm dripping blood, and I'm like, well, where's it coming from? It wasn't coming out from my urethra. So I looked down, and the bottom of my penis was bleeding. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And I sat there a minute, and for some reason it stopped. So I don't know if that's a minor deal or a major deal. I called the doctor, triage nurse, couldn't get a hold of him. But anyway, the bleeding completely stopped. I went in and used my unit for a few minutes because I was still kind of shocked about it. And because I'd had that last year with my doctor's worried about the prostate. So I am going to check on it. I am going to check on it, but I just feel like, this thing is really helping me along with other things I do. But I mean, I can't complain. So I just, I just had to quit worrying about it. I'm doing this call,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to worry about it. I mean, it's done. It quit. It just immediately just stopped. There
Yeah.
there wasn't any scab. I couldn't even see what happened. I'm like, did I just receive divine healing? Maybe I did. So
Happy for
there
you,
you go.
John. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy, would you like to share testimony there?
Sure, thank you. I've just started, I got my blower on Tuesday. And so I went straight at it. Not realizing, I remember somebody saying that you should only use it for 2 hours a day. Well, I've got a lot of things wrong with this body that causes a lot of pain. And so I was trying to get through the most important ones, spending 15 minutes on each area at least. And so it would take me to 1 hour and 15 minutes every time. And so I've slowed back down and picked 3 of the worst, and I'm just going 1 hour twice a day. But 2 things that I've noticed, which was just really incredibly shocking to me, and they're small things, but they're big things because my heels have caused me a lot of pain, being overly dry and cracked. And I'd been trying all of the normal stuff for the last several months to get that turned around. And the 3rd morning before I did my first treatment, I took a bath with borax and CDS and figured I would get some off there with my pumice stone. And it turned out all of the dryness just easily rubbed away with the pumice stone. I was so pleasantly shocked. No more cracked, dry heels, which were really painful to walk on. So that I was so excited about that. Another thing I'm really noticing is I got the COVID pneumonia from somebody coming over to our home. We thought that they hadn't received their shots, so we welcomed them in, gave them big hugs. And then they sat down and proceeded to tell us they're both elderly and their doctors had just pressured them into getting the shots. And so I got double pneumonia that night, and the next morning it was just terrible. I got rid of it in short order because of knowing what to do. But months later, it caused my hair to start falling out front and center. And boy, it was pretty scary because I have really dark hair. So I gave myself a little bangs and tried to cover it up a bit. This has almost totally caused my hair to grow back in. And Oh, I'm so glad I remembered this because this is exciting. On the third morning when I woke up, and I didn't realize that the low setting was number 2. I thought the low setting was number 1 on the switch. And so in doing my face, I would do the minute on each eye, and I was using the low setting number 1. And the third morning I woke up and I got all bundled up. Our house is cold in the mornings. And I was sitting down with a cat on my lap and I forgot my glasses and I didn't want to get back up. So I pulled out my tablet and I could actually read. I've got terrible astigmatisms in both of my eyes that have just really gotten worse, to where even when I blow up the print, it's really hard to read because it dances all over the place. But that third morning, day 3, they're gone, the astigmatisms, and my vision is better to where I can read pretty small print. Now, as I get through the day and my eyes get more stressed, I put my reading glasses or to see your faces clearly. So it's a work in progress, but that is really exciting to see that. So I switched back for a few days, just doing the number 2 setting, and I didn't notice any more improvements on my eyes. So I went back to the number 1 setting because I had noticed most of the improvement while the warmth was there more.
Powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Nancy. And we're going to need to close the call. I'm going to work on keeping this time slot. It works well for Europe and UK. And then I just need to make a disclaimer. These are the iTeraCare in-home devices. Everybody's testimony is their own experience. We do not treat, cure, prevent any disease or illness. Please see parsonsmarketing.net. On the bottom menu, there's an FDA disclaimer page. And so that's it for this week. Appreciate your coming. And if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me on Telegram. Thank you, everyone. Great call. Okay.